Cursor can change one variable to different places by using the cursor tab. Cursor can also solve your problem from the terminal error directly into your chat or in the cursor compose. It can turn your image into the real code just by dragging the image into the chat and ask it to create similar design on your project. It can actually search on the web. It can search on the documentation. Cursor is a high power pack code editor just for you. So you can increase your productivity, write code at 10x speed with the use of this Cursor AI. AI is now your junior developer. So in this video, I'm going to give you lots of tips and tricks to maximize your way of using Cursor, and this video is just for you. So welcome to Bitfumes. I'm your host Sarthak, and this video is all about the Cursor tips and tricks. And if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing, which is very important thing. And if you like this video, share it with your friends so that everyone know the power of Cursor and get most out of it. Without wasting time, let's get started. Let's talk about the Cursor tab feature, which is absolutely insane powerful thing. First of all, on this activity bar, you can see this is a Cursor tab. You can disable it for JavaScript globally, or you can have the model as a fast or auto, enable prediction or not. So what that mean? So prediction is like, say this is a hovered image state I have, and I use this hovered state many places. Now what if I change to image instead of hovered image? Then this is going to predict that, okay, since you have changed it one place, it's going to change it for every other place. You just need to hit tab, tab, and tab, 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 and everywhere you have used it, it just turned out to be the tab. Now instead of set hovered image, we can also make it set image just by pressing tab. And since we have made changes at one place, the other places where we have used that function need to be changed. That's the cursor prediction. So just hit tab, tab, and tab. Done. Finally, everything is done. You can save the file and check if everything is working fine or not. So I can go to my public speaking thing, and yes, if I hover, photos are showing. That means everything is still working just by pressing cursor tab. That's insane, and this is where GitHub Copilot is lacking, and obviously Cursor is winning. Let's talk about another amazing feature of Cursor, which is error solving, even from the terminal. So on the terminal, whenever you are getting any error, just select it, and then you can just press Control Shift or L, or Command Shift or L if you're on Mac, and then that error will be added directly to the conversation, and you can say solve this problem, and this is going to analyze the actual error, and now it's going to recommend you what to do. So it says, hey, you need to run this. And the best part is it has this run command. Then if you click here, it's actually running directly on the terminal, and once done, then you can just say npm run dev once again, and this time it's not having any problem because we have installed the Lucid React library, which previously was giving error. That's so insane and really powerful thing that you can not only just take anything from the terminal of your Cursor, move it to the chat, but if you need to run anything else, it's giving you the command, and just by clicking run, you can run it. So powerful. The very first thing you need to do is import your VS Code setting if you are a VS Code user. For that, you need to go to the Cursor setting. For that, you need to press Command Shift and P, search for Cursor settings, and hit enter. You can also use the keyboard shortcut, which is Command Shift and J for Mac, and you will find similar keyboard shortcut for Windows if you are a Windows user. I have logged in, I have taken the subscription, so it says Account Pro. The best thing I said is importing VS Code settings. So just click on import and confirm. It will import all your themes, keyboard shortcuts, the settings, extensions and everything from VS Code into this cursor editor. Since cursor is a fork of VS Code, you will not at all feel that you are not using a VS Code, instead using a cursor, with added benefit of artificial intelligence to help you into the coding journey. Now, in this cursor settings, you will find this rule for AI. So basically, you can define like, hey, I'm basically a React developer, or I'm a Python developer, I do a lot of things, or maybe you can define some styles, how you can write code. Maybe you can use the snake case or maybe Pascal case for the variable name. Maybe you just want all the equal sign to be aligned with the same spaces. Anything you want your AI to follow for your pattern of writing the code, you can define in this rule. You can also say that, hey, do not use single quote, just use double quote always. It will going to do for you. Now, one amazing thing is, if you don't want these settings to be global on all your project, then you need to create .cursor rules file where you define all your settings. Now, if you're thinking, Sarthak, I'm using the cursor for the first time. How do I know how actually write the rules for this cursor? No worries, you can visit this cursor.directory website where you will find various rules and various cursor rules files you can use and modify for yourself. You can submit your own one. It's all free for you. So just select your preferred language, check out how it is written. You can copy it, create the .cursor rules file and edit it for you. We will going to do this, but how I get started with the cursor? The very first thing I always do is installing the shell command. Now, what is shell command? So see, if I'm on this terminal and if I want this cursor test directory to open with VS Code, then I just say code and dot. Dot means the current directory. Open the current directory with VS Code. But no, I want the same thing for the cursor. So can I do this cursor dot? Not right now. I need to install the shell command for cursor. How do I do that? Go to the cursor, press Command Shift P and search for shell and click on this install cursor command. Just to give the password and you are done. Go again to the terminal and write cursor dot and it will open the same directory with the cursor. Okay, now let's start the magic. This is an empty directory opened with cursor. I'm going to press Command I and this is called cursor compose. Here I'm going to say, hey, create a HTML CSS using Tailwind and create a game of, let's say, snake. Okay, so create a snake game with HTML CSS, Tailwind CSS and JavaScript that I can play with keyboard. Okay, this is going to be crazy because I just given what need to do, and this is going to create not just the code, it's going to also create the files, do all the magic, and you can see it's really fast. It has created the HTML file for us. Now it's creating the game.js file, the JavaScript file for us, and very soon it will be done. So you can see it's done. It has all the instructions. Now I can just click on this accept all. This means whatever the file it has created, whatever the code it has written, I'm accepting. Or I can just save it and say that, okay, I just want to review. So save it, move it here, and I can just review everything how it is looking. Or I can reject everything, or I can say reapply all these things. So for now, I just say accept, and that's good. I'm going to close this compose. I have this go live server. I just click here and you can see the snake game is there. Within just few minutes, I have created this snake game which is really working, and I am playing this with my keyboard which is looking really nice. Let's see more power from the compose. So here, first of all, I'm going to move this compose into the pane. So I just do this and you can now see we have a chat and then we have a compose if I say command I. Here, I'm going to now create an entire Next.js application. See, I have deleted the snake game and what I'm going to do, I'm going to instruct it to follow the latest documentation from Next.js. How I do that? See, here in Compose, you just need to press @ and then you have a lot of options. You can include any file, folder, code, web. You can just search for the web or documentation. You can just search for the Git, Codebase, or just have some notes and then refer that. I'm going to use the docs. And here I will say docs for various other languages and framework. So Cursor support everything you know. So if you want to search for Laravel, yes, it has. Python, it has. The PHP, it has. Node.js, yes, it has. And finally, the Next.js, it also has. So you can search on all of these things. So it's not just about the docs. You can also search on the web. So maybe I can search for latest information. Let's say what is the latest news from Next.js. I'm just searching something random. It's like Googling something, but right from my code editor. You can see it got various informations. It's now summarizing it and give me everything directly from the web search. And great, you can see it has given every information it got from the search result, like Next.js 15 released candidate 2 on October 15, 2024, and then coming features on a Next.js 15 and lots of amazing things. For understanding the next amazing feature of Cursor, I have opened my portfolio website, which is sarthaksavvy.com, and here you can see it's a really nice theme and about page. But on this about page, I want to have the hover feature on these cards, and whenever I hover, it should have a shadow kind of things. Okay, so first of all, I need to understand what this project is and what it is doing. So what I can say on this compose, I can say @ Codebase. I'm searching for entire Codebase and asking something. Tell me about this project. Okay, so it's going to read every file we have in our project and going to inform you what this project is all about. So see, it has said that this appears to be a personal portfolio website for Sarthak Srivastava built over Next.js and Tailwind CSS. Here is a breakdown. See, it has all the information from your project. That means you can ask anything you want and do anything. Great. Next, as we said that we want to have all these cards to be having hover feature. Okay. In that case, instead of just importing with all the code base, I'm going to import one file, and that file will be just the about page. In this about page, I'm going to ask, I want to have a hover feature on every card. When I hover, it should elevate little bit. Okay, now let's hit enter, and this is going to just analyze first file and then give you all the answers you need, and also it's going to generate the code for the new feature you have described. See, it has done that, and very soon it's applying the changes here, and now I can accept it, and once accepted, then it should reflect here, and see, it is doing that thing. See, whenever I hover over it, it just lifts it up a little bit. Next, I want the same feature of this hovering on this podcast card. So this time I can say, I want same hover feature on podcast file, podcast card, also similar to about me page. And now I'm going to click on this plus icon to include the file, which is podcast file 1, and then about me page. And here is the about me. And then just hit enter. This is going to now read the to file, create the hover effect for us on the podcast card also. And that's done. You can just click on accept all, go here, and yes, you can see that feature is also available here. So while Compose is really amazing when you want to get started with something, so Composer is here, and now you can also work with chat. That means you have a single file and then you want to make a minor change on it. Yes, you can do that. So suppose I want to have this design on my about me page. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this and then get the screenshot, and I say change the about me page design similar to the screenshot we have. Let's see now. This time it's going to analyze the screenshot and going to change everything. But now it says something else. It's actually creating about.html, which we don't want. So let's say I just want to add one about me page from the project and then going to give that, hey, change the about me page. So in this chat thing, you can have the conversation. And if you're not including any file, then it's normal conversation with an AI. Okay, so you can see at this point, it is generating the code for us, and now it's waiting for you to take the action. Unlike Compose, which actually creates something, at this point, chat is allowing you to decide what you want to do. If you like this page, then click on this apply. You can, best part is you can see what changes has done, like the thing is changed from red to green. It's a very simple git diff, and once you're happy, just click on accept. Or you can change something, like if you want to have a space y8, do that and click on accept. And finally, you need to save this file, and then if you go here on your portfolio website, on my portfolio website, and you can see the design is totally changed according to the design given on this screenshot. Yes, there are minor things. It has not able to actually create this effect of wave thing, and obviously these social media icons are not good, but at least it has done the majority of work for you. But now let's revert these changes to the previous one. How do we do that? Yes, we can just revert it as before, but now what I'm going to do, I'm going to first of all clear everything so that cursor will not know what happened. Now cursor will think that the project is like this, and I want to ask cursor to follow the design from the podcast page, or maybe just from the entire code base, and change the about me page similar to that. How I can do that? First of all, I'm going to open the chat, and here I'm going to not include any file, and this time I say change the about me page, maybe just add about me page. Okay, about me page design to follow the other pages in project. Design must be consistent. And this time, instead of just hitting enter, I'm going to hit enter with command, or maybe in your case, if you're on Windows, by pressing control. So I'm just hitting command and enter. At this time, it's going to search for entire file of your project, and then it's going to do, okay, I need to do some changes. And yes, you can see it has done some work for us, and it's going to create the real design, which is going to be similar to other pages. Now, once done, we can just go to the about page. You can click here to open the about page if you want, and then click on apply, accept the changes. That's done. Great. Let's go, and here we are, back with the consistent designing from our project. That's so amazing. About me page having every information I needed, and this is, I call it, the magic of cursor. With this, we are finishing up this cursor amazing tips and tricks video. If you like this, just please let me know in the comment section which one is your favorite feature from the cursor. And if you want me to create more videos just like this, just comment below and I will surely going to work on that. If you have any other request, comment section is always open for you. If you have not yet subscribed, it's now time to subscribe and get more amazing AI powered tools in this channel. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.